Hey, good evening, Facebook Live. It's Mike Phillips here on day 21 of my Facebook Live challenge. Today I am talking about showing up versus suiting up, or showing up versus showing up to compete. And so this one may be a relatively quick one. It's just one of those things that I thought, I'm going to cover this tonight because I think it would be kind of cool. There is a difference too between just, showing up when you're showing up for work, when you're showing up to a sport, when you're just showing up, versus actually showing up ready to compete, ready to suit up and ready to go, ready to say, put me in, coach. I am ready to kick that other team's butt. I'm ready to kick that task's butt. I'm ready to kick whatever butt you want me to kick. I'm ready to go, man. There's a significant difference in mentality and performance and the way that you do what you do. So as I'm talking, I don't have a whole bunch of steps or anything tonight. I've got a little different background. I figured I'd head off this wall rather than my green screen or my black screen or anything else that's pretty neat there. So, hey, let's see. First off, again, if you're tuning in tonight or you're tuning in general, please make sure you can comment down below. And you can participate. We already got a few folks popping into the room tonight, which is a lot of fun. It's a little bit after 9 o'clock here in Crazy Butt, Colorado. It's we've experienced every season today. We experienced, for goodness sake, I think we started this morning with autumn. It was kind of cold and crummy, and then went through winter, went through spring, had a brief touch of summer, and I'm expecting construction season to hit anytime soon. So for everybody that is tuning in tonight, we got Jesus and Scarlett and Anthony, and I saw Jared go by, and Dan Webb, man, I haven't seen you in a while. You've been on break, or what's the deal? So for everybody that is tuning in, again, I sure appreciate it. As always, if you get some value out of it, make sure and click the button wherever it's at on your screen that says tell me when Mike's live, and then you can always share it and participate. So I just wanted to spend a few minutes, and there's a difference when people show up. Someone said, I think it was Scarlett said, I love it when employees show up with that attitude. Was that, let me scroll back up here. So I love when employees come in with that attitude. Absolutely. And Dan goes to the movies a lot. Yeah, I imagine that he does. He's a movie connoisseur, if you will. It's a big word for he goes to the movies a lot. So when I'm talking about showing up, right, there are people all the time that just cruise through life. They say, okay, well, I'm going to show up. Why do I show up? Hey, why do you go to work? What's the benefit? What's the bonus? Why are you coming in? It's because I have to, because I have bills. There's a difference between that and somebody that is driven, that's fired up, that enjoys what they do, that's willing to dive in with both hands and say, put me in, coach. I'm ready to win. There's a difference in an attitude between somebody that's playing to win and somebody that's playing not to lose. And for me, I'd rather have 10 people on my team, 15, 20, whatnot, that even if you're going to go out and give it a shot, even if you don't have that perfect plan formulated, you have people that are ready to play that are willing to play to win versus playing not to lose, to lose. That to me is that's to continue my talk from last night, that's that heart of a champion, right? That is every single time for me. That's what gets me fired up, because it's catching. Just like negativity is catching, so is positivity, right? If somebody comes in and they're fired up and they're ready and they're like, hey, whatever it takes today, I'm going to get the task done. Whatever it takes today, I'm going to get the job done. Whatever it takes today, we are going to go out there and we're going to win the day, the task, the game, the whatever it is. Those are the people that I want. For me, those are the people that I want on my team. So that is my sole message for tonight. When you're showing up to work tomorrow, cancer spreads like cancer, absolutely. And positivity spreads like cancer. It doesn't matter. It all spreads. What are you going to multiply, right? What are you choosing to multiply? Because regardless of what it is, it's going to spread. If it's positive, it's going to spread. If it's negative, it's going to spread. It may as well, if If you want to sell more cars, if you want to get fired up and you start going after it, that's what one of the sayings in the car business. Think about this one, right? They say, when's the best time to sell a car? I'm going to give it like 20 seconds and I want you to answer that question. For the car people in the room right now, when is the best time to sell a car? Right? I say right a lot. I've noticed that because I want you all to agree with me. I want you on my team, right? I want you on the same page. So when's the best time to sell a car? I'm going to let that marinate out there for just a moment. So for me, positive times infinity. That's right. Scarlett, thank you for that. For me, I want people playing to win. So if you're going to play on my team, you got to play to win. Absolutely. There's Josh Gunter. I love it, man. When's the best time to sell a car? Right after you sold one. Why? Because you're operating at the top of your game. You're positive. You're excited. The customer's excited. It's electric. There is a charge to it that you can't create any other way. I mean, I guess you can create it, but you create that charge. The person's excited that just bought the car. You're excited. Your management's excited. So what happens? That excitement, any really good salesperson, that sales, that transfer of emotion, it makes it so much easier. It does. So that's my message for tonight is when you show up tomorrow, when you're headed in for Friday, when you're headed in for Saturday, you're headed in for this weekend, whatever business you're in, but especially if you're in the car business and especially if you work with me, when you're headed in for Friday and Saturday, suit up to compete. Suit up to win. Don't just show up tomorrow. Suit up to win. That's what we're after, right? And each person here, you know what it looks like to win. You know what it needs. If I were to ask you, okay, well, do you know what you need to do your job tomorrow? Do you know what you need to do? Do you know what you need to accomplish? Most people would say, yeah, absolutely, I know what I need to accomplish. Then go out there and do it. Simple. Just go after it. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. I sure appreciate it. Again, Mike Phillips, Day 21, Facebook Live. Show up versus suit up. Tomorrow, show up to compete. Show up to win the sport, the business, the game. Show up to compete and win, man. I'm telling you, it'll change your world. Have a killer Friday and Saturday. Hope you have a great evening. Thanks again for everybody tuning in. And we'll see you tomorrow for Day 22 Facebook Live Challenge. Thanks. Have a great evening.